Hey everyone! Today I'm diving into a hilariously chaotic story from my life that took place at the library where I work. Now, I run a Dungeons and Dragons program for kids. Yeah, that's right. I'm the cool librarian. My group is fantastic, full of enthusiasm, and we've been on this epic campaign for nearly 2 years. But let me tell you, things took a turn when one of my players brought me a snack that I had no clue would almost get us all evacuated. So there I was, in the middle of our session, when one of my players, a sweet kid about 10 years old, hands me this shiny silver package. He excitedly tells me it's a durian fruit pastry. Now, I had heard of durians before, but I had no idea what I was really in for. As I was about to ask, "What's a durian fruit?" I ripped open the package, and bam, a wave of sulfuric, horrendous smell hit me like a freight train. Picture the worst smell you can imagine: rotten eggs mixed with gas. Yep, that was it, and it filled the entire room in seconds. My young friend starts telling me that durian is a delicacy in many Asian countries. But let me tell you, I think he seriously underestimated how bad this would smell. I had to keep my cool, though. I politely thanked him for the snack, but I knew I had to take action, fast. I told him, for the sake of not passing out in our meeting room, I'm going to put this in the break room. So I scurried off to the break room, thinking I would stash this stinky pastry in the freezer. I figured, out of sight, out of mind, right? Well, with that plan in place, I went back to the game. On the bright side, our game was going great. The kids battled a terrifying amalgamation of flesh and bone, and they were making their way to the final boss. But then, the plot thickens. As we wrapped up, I was saying goodbye to the kids when I noticed my coworker, S, carrying jackets out of the break room. I asked her, "What's going on?" And that's when she pulled me aside, her voice low and serious. "There's a heavy gas smell in the break room. We think a pipe has burst," she whispered. My heart dropped. I could hear sirens in the distance, and as I turned to look, I saw a fire truck rounding the corner outside. Panic set in. "Oh no, no, S, wait!" I raced to the back, and there in the break room was someone from our safety office holding a gas meter. My manager, who was new and clearly about to have a panic attack, was in full-on crisis mode. I rushed past him, whipped open the fridge, and held up the pastry like it was evidence in a crime scene. "Is this what you're smelling?" I asked, desperately. The moment they caught a whiff, their faces were priceless. "What the hell is that?" they exclaimed. My worst fears were confirmed. I dashed out of the break room, asking S if she could take one more sniff of the pastry. She did, and then she looked at me with disbelief before bursting into laughter. In that moment, I realized I had to get rid of this devil pastry ASAP. I bolted outside and tossed it in the trash can. When I came back in, two firefighters were already at the scene, decked out in full gear. One of them even had an axe. Feeling a mix of embarrassment and relief, I explained the situation to the firefighters. Thankfully, we all shared a good laugh over it. They told me they'd actually been called out for durian-related incidents before. Apparently, this wasn't the first time someone mistook a durian for a gas leak. As I stood there, turning a shade of red that made sunsets jealous, I realized how ridiculous the whole situation was. Who knew a fruit could cause such chaos? So, there you have it, my TIFU moment involving a durian pastry that nearly evacuated the library. Lesson learned. Sometimes, it's better to stick with Twinkies.